Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
What is up YouTube, I am Reckless, and today I am just bringing you a short video on the new self-boost onto quad on the new Inferno. I don't normally make videos covering jumps or boosts or anything like that. I'm definitely not a KZ master, but I figured I would just talk about this a little bit because in my initial video that covered the new Inferno, I did try and do this jump and I said that if I figured out a way to do it, I would add it in at the end of that video, but I never did that and I just started messing around with it today and I learned how to do it, so I thought I would just cover it real quick. If you've been watching my channel for a while and you've watched my matchmaking videos on Inferno, you know that on the old Inferno, one of my favorite places to play from was on top of quad. You couldn't really use it every round because they would catch on and you'd be an easy target because you don't have any cover, but especially during the early rounds or if you think they're going to be on an eco, it was always a good place to sit to catch them off guard. I would consider the old self-boost to be relatively simple. It was difficult if you had never done any strafe jumping before, but if you knew how to do even just a little bit of KZ, it was a pretty easy boost to get down, especially once you realized where you jump, because you just had to jump off right before the edge of the wall and you didn't even really have to strafe. It was a pretty simple jump, probably one of the easier self-boosts in the game, but now it's not so much. Now, for me at least, I have to start in this back corner and do a running bunny hop from here all the way to the planter. I've seen people who are really good at air strafing be able to just jump from the railing to the planter, but honestly for me it's been a while since I've done some KZ and my sinks are definitely not as good as they used to be. If you are able to get those sinks pretty well, you probably can do that jump a lot more consistently, but for me the easiest way to do it is to just hit this bunny hop. If you hit a good bunny hop first try and you just strafe immediately to the left, you don't really have to do anything else other than crouch once you get into the planter, but the hard part is just hitting the bunny hop since it's so inconsistent in CSGO. Since you are jumping onto a higher surface, you are more likely to get the speed boost from the bunny hop if you hit it correctly, but it still makes it a relatively difficult jump to hit consistently. So far, I've really only practiced this jump for about 15 minutes and I can usually get it about 70% of the time. I'm sure if I spent a lot more time on it or actually learned how to do just the regular jump without the bunny hop, I could probably hit a lot more consistently. So for those of you who actually do play a lot of KZ still, this jump shouldn't be that big of a deal. Basically what I'm saying is, if I can hit this jump, most of you can probably as well. This position still has all of the advantages that the old one had. You can still hold from quad and see mid. There's even an additional planter where you can still see mid, but it doesn't really have any more of an advantage. And then like the old one, if you're sitting on the planter closest to the balcony, you can still watch boiler without being visible from mid. So all of the advantages are definitely still there. For me though, until I get this jump down, it might just be easier to have a teammate boost me. But let's be honest, the best part about doing self-boost is people always ask how you got up there without any help. If I had things my way, I would probably have Valve move the planter just a few more units closer so you could get the jump a lot more consistently. The old one was pretty easy and yet still not a lot of people knew how to do it, so I don't know why this one needs to be so much more difficult. Right now, I even think this is harder than the cash self-boost at mid, although I might just feel that way because I've practiced that jump a lot more. Anyway guys, I'm just kind of rambling now, but I did just want to make this short video letting you guys know that the jump is still possible, and even if you just know how to do a little bit of KZ, you should be able to get this jump at least 50% of the time. Well, that's the end of the video guys. Let me know if you want to see any more of these types of videos. I'm definitely down to make more if you did find this helpful. Don't forget to leave a rating. A like is always appreciated, but if not, as always, that's cool. And this has been Reckless guys. Take it easy or don't take it at all. Peace.